You're listening to a short preview of one of Simon's adventures. If you'd like to hear the whole adventure, then head over to simonsadventurestories.bandcamp.com. If you decide to buy this episode, or even a whole collection, you'll be helping Simon create lots more adventures in the future. Here comes Simon.
G'day, my name is Simon. I'm an Australian green tree frog. I'm also a fact-finding frog. Thanks for coming to visit me in my rainforest. Now we can go on another adventure together. If you think the tree stump might have left us some clues about this adventure, you'd be exactly right. I'll read them out and maybe they'll make sense to you. Number 1. You will find yourself standing on nearly all of the world's fresh water. Number 2. The part of you that makes you is often compared to a child's toy from Russia. And there's only 2 clues this time. That should make it easy. Oh, we better get going on this adventure so we can work out what those clues mean. Let's take in one really big breath together, and when we breathe out, we'll be off. Okay, deep breath in. Hold it, and breathe out. Here we go. Oh, wow! This adventure isn't just going to be cool, it's flat out freezing. This will really give your imagination muscles a proper workout. Can you see in your mind that it's night time? And no matter which direction you look, all you can see is solid ice covered in a blanket of pure white snow. You could say we're totally isolated. You might even be starting to shiver a bit because that wind is so cold. My nose feels like an ice block and my little frog fingers are starting to go numb. We better imagine we're wearing some of those groovy outfits people wear when they go skiing. And make sure you imagine gloves and a hat too. Oh, nice. That's a bit warmer already. And I like the colour you imagined for yours. I'd like to try cross-country skiing, but I can't find a small enough country. Oh, wow! That's the detailed detective sound already. There's something for us to notice, and it's going to help us work out where we are. I bet you've already guessed that we're either up at the top of the world or down at the bottom. They're both covered with ice and snow, so how can we tell? Oh, it's easy peasy for detailed detectives like us.
Really?
We just need to check out the sky. Ooh, wackadoo, wackaday. Can you dig it? This is the most outstanding view of the stars you'll ever see. It's like the whole sky is covered with sparkling crystals. If you think about looking up on our left-hand side, you'll notice 6 stars that really stand out. 4 of them are in the shape of a cross, and the other 2 look like they're in a line pointing towards the cross shape. Oh, yes siree, that's the super famous Southern Cross constellation. If you live any further north than Hawaii, you won't be able to see it at all. I bet you've worked it out now, haven't you? If we can see the Southern Cross, we must be in Antarctica, where the South Pole is and not up in the Arctic where the North Pole is. I'll tell you something really interesting about Antarctica. Most of it is covered in solid ice. Wow! And the average thickness of that ice is 1.5 kilometres. You heard that right. It's 1.5 kilometres thick. And because the ice here is made from the snow that falls, you're looking at 70% of the world's fresh water frozen solid all in one place. Hang on a minute. That was the first clue from the tree stump. You'll stand on nearly all of the world's fresh water. It was talking about Antarctica's ice, and we're standing on it. Excellente. One clue down, one to go. Did you know I can actually melt an ice cube just by staring at it? Well, it does take me about 2 hours, but it works every time. Oh, I just had a thought. If we took a selfie here in Antarctica, would that be an ice pic? I had a really good ice joke for you, but it slipped my mind. Oh, did you see that? About 20 steps ahead of us, a little blue light has started flashing, and it's inside the entrance tunnel to an igloo. I didn't notice the igloo before because it blends in with all that snow. But now that our eyes are much more used to the dark, the light from those stars is enough for us to be able to see it. Come on, let's find out what that light is. Oh, do you know why igloos don't have corners? Well, corners are 90 degrees, and that would melt the igloo. And what would you call a cow that lives in an igloo? An Eskimo? Oh, check it out. We're standing right outside the entrance tunnel to the igloo, and we can see that the light is on a metal door about 4 steps away inside the tunnel. The only way you'd ever see it is by being perfectly lined up with the igloo entrance like we were. Let's go in and have a closer look at that door. Oh, did you notice that? As soon as we stepped into the tunnel, some lights turned on. And have a look. There's a sign above the door. It says, "Welcome to Simon's top secret underground laboratory." Ooh.
Welcome to Simon's top secret underground laboratory.
Oh man, it literally just said, "Welcome to Simon's top secret underground laboratory." This is totally radical. I did mention to the computer a couple of weeks ago, I've always wanted an underground laboratory like the spies in the movies have.
Please place your eyes in front of the retina scanner to complete the identification process.
A retina scanner? Wicked! Just like the FBI or CIA or IOU or OMG or LOL or one of those secret agent places with lots of letters in their name.
Please place your eyes in front of the retina scanner to complete the identification process.
Okay, no worries. This guy must be related to my computer. He's already nagging me. Give me a second just to get my eyes lined up with the scanner.
Welcome, Simon. Please step into the elevator with your friend to access your top secret laboratory.
Okie dokie, Smokey, in we go.
I am not detecting any smoke in the elevator.
Yep, he's definitely related to my computer. There's only 2 buttons on the wall next to the door. One says ground level, that's where we are now. And the other one says laboratory. Can you think about reaching out and pressing that one? Oh, thanks. There go the doors. And why, chihuahua! Did you feel that? My tummy felt like we were in one of those crazy rides in a theme park that dropped down really fast. Even the elevator ride is cool. I wonder how fast we're going.
50 meters below the surface. 100 meters. Now 500 meters below the surface.
Okay, quite fast then.
Now arriving at laboratory level. 1 kilometer below the surface. Welcome to Simon's top secret underground laboratory.
Holy hallucinations! This is not what I expected. Can you see in your mind that we'd stepped into a totally white room? It's shaped like a big circle with a domed roof, sort of an underground igloo. All around the outside, there's workbenches with computers and gadgets on them, but here's the really weird part. Right in the centre is a beautiful tree with an amazing 2-story tree house near the top of it. There's wooden steps on the tree trunk that lead up to the house. And I reckon I might know what this is all about.
Hello, Simon. I am glad you and your friend have found your way down to your top secret laboratory.
Oh, g'day, computer. I must say, this lab is totally bonkers. Absolutely brilliant. The best thing you've ever done.
I am pleased that you approve. You are very particular about it being hard to find, so I have located it in Western Antarctica. We are more remote here than the International Space Station.
Say what?
The space station is 400 kilometers from any other humans. Antarctica is so large that we are at least 1,000 kilometers from any other living creatures.
Top job, computer. I'm feeling very James Bond. And the igloo entrance wouldn't even show up on Google Maps because it's completely white, like the snow and ice. We're totally undetectable.
You are welcome. Would you like to begin your adventure?
Absolutely. You betcha. Yepperoni and CC, senorita.
I will assume that you mean yes.
You would be 110% correct, Amundo computer. And if I'm not mistaken, this is how we can check out what happens inside a human brain. I do remember saying to you that I reckon a brain is like a 2-story house with lots of different rooms in it. But a tree house? This is so much more groovy and fun. Not many people realise it, but the most complex thing in the universe is right between their ears.
Seriously, right?
And I'm not talking about some sticky earwax. Ugh. I'm talking about the 1.5 kilo lump of water and fat and protein called your brain. Yep, 1.5 kilos. That's the same as 3 cans of baked beans. Oh, it doesn't look like baked beans though. It looks more like a blob of oatmeal, and it feels like tofu. I'm getting hungry just describing it. Come on, let's climb up the steps on the trunk of this tree. I'll go first if you like, and you can follow me up. You could imagine that this tree trunk is a wooden version of someone's spine, leading all the way up to their brain, and the steps are their backbones. Nice bit of designing, computer. Very creative.
Thank you for noticing.
Can you imagine what the bark feels like on the tree trunk? And look, the whole tree house is covered in tree bark. Oh, that's perfect, because the outside of your brain is called the cortex, and that's a Latin word for bark. Did I mention that I have a pet tree? It's like a pet dog, but the bark is quieter. Do you know how to stop a dog barking in the backyard? We'll put him in the front yard. Now, my dog got into trouble with the police the other day. They said he had some unpaid barking tickets. Oh, I see. The entrance is a little square trapdoor underneath the middle of the treehouse. I'll just unlock it. Push it up, and in we go. Oh, would you mind imagining that you're closing the trapdoor behind us? Oh, cool. Thanks. Mamma mia! This is unbelievably hip and happening. I've never been in a treehouse like this. The first brain room.
That's the end of the preview. Remember, you can check out the whole adventure at simonsadventurestories.bandcamp.com. Thanks for listening.